Hello guys, to another video, and today we'll be reviewing the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave, and he is an excellent figure. Like, he is masterpiece quality in the robot mode, and he is fantastic. So he has a gimmick on the button. If you press the button down, his chest opens. You can put the Ravage in there, but I haven't got him because I haven't found him yet. And he comes with a black gun that is really nice, a lot of detail on it. And then he can't press his own button. His shoulder won't bend far enough to press the button. And so here he is compared to the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. And that's how they look together. And the Optimus is slightly taller, but if you include the shoulder cannon, Soundwave is bigger. And then here he is compared to the Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee, and he's real small compared to Soundwave. And that's how they look. And then here he is compared to the Siege version. He is bigger than the Siege version. And then here he is compared to the Kingdom Court class version of himself. And now on to transformation. The transformation is kind of, it's good, but to get the arms pegged in on the side, it's really hard to do that. So then you fold in the arms, and then you gotta twist his head around, and then behind his head it's black for, I don't know, it doesn't really have a reason. And then you gotta bend his arms in a certain way for them to go on the side, and it's kind of, you gotta have everything lined up, because if you don't, it won't transform right. And then you peg both arms on the side of him, and sometimes it's a little hard to do. And then the legs, you gotta unpeg it. It's very different compared to the Siege version. And then you gotta fold his legs up. Sometimes it's hard to get everything lined up right in place. And then you gotta peg his foot and lock it in place. And then you gotta do the exact same thing for the other side. Sometimes it doesn't line up properly, so it doesn't look right. So you gotta really transform it carefully so you don't mess up on it. And then I dropped it while recording that. I actually got this from Walmart, like, not too long ago. And then you gotta peg in his feet to the arms, which is kind of hard sometimes. Like, it won't peg sometimes. And then you gotta make sure everything's lined up. It still won't peg in. Sometimes it'll unpeg by itself. And then after all that, you gotta open up the back. That's actually a fake piece, a faux foaming piece. It's not actually his chest. And that's how he looks in vehicle mode. And then here he is compared to the Siege version of himself. And then here he is compared to the Core class version of himself. He's much bigger. And then here he is compared to the Studio Series 38 Optimus. And then there he is compared to the Bumblebee 1-2. So overall thoughts on this Soundwave, I think he's really good. I do wish the vehicle mode could turn into a radio, but I think he's an amazing figure in robot mode. And that's the way I'll display him. So he's a fantastic. I would recommend him. He is really good. I think he's better than the Siege version. And so I do really like this figure. I think he's an amazing figure. Also, I want to talk about the packaging style. I noticed that it's not in a plastic. It's just tied down to the box now. But I really like this figure. And yeah, bye. More videos coming soon like this one.